Hi, welcome to Management 310 Human Resource Management. This is your summer 2019 syllabus video. I'm Dr. Scott, and I'm glad that you're taking my class. This is an online class, and so you'll be seeing me online a little bit, and let's dive right into the syllabus. So let me get to where I could share my screen here. I'll share my screen. And let's find, here we go. Here's the syllabus. Oh, that's the wrong one. Management 310. Okay, so this is a summer 7-week course. We start on Monday, June 10th, and the semester is actually over on July 26th. This class is online. There's no face-to-face meetings and no required virtual meetings either. I'm Kristen Scott, your professor for the class. My office is in BBC 224, but during the summer I do not have regular office hours on campus. If you'd like to make an appointment to meet me, I'd be happy to do that. The best way to contact me is by email at kscott@mcneese.edu. That'll be the way that you will try to schedule an appointment with me, either to meet in person or virtually. I'm providing you with my cell phone number in case there's an emergency, but it's text only. Please don't call. I won't answer. And I expect that you will be very judicious in your use of that number. The best way to reach me is by email. My office hours are by appointment. I'll do that either online or face-to-face. At this point, I don't know of any times I will definitely not be available. So that's how you make an appointment with me. In this course, we're going to look at human resources and organizations. You've got some prerequisites. You need to make sure that you meet the prerequisites. It's English 102, Math 130, Math 231, or Stat 231, and Junior Standing. Our textbook will be Managing Human Resources, the 8th edition. And that book, you can either get it hardbound, you can get it loose leaf, or you can get the ebook. This ISBN, I believe, is for either the loose leaf or the hardbound book. I recommend that you rent the book if possible. This is the last semester I'll be using this book, so you won't be able to sell it to another student for the fall. Our learning platform will be Moodle. There is no other courseware. There's no McGraw-Hill Connect. There's no Pearson MyLabs. There's no Cengage MindTap. There's none of that. It's all in Moodle. You will need to have a working knowledge of Moodle. If you have any questions about how to use Moodle, you'll need to make sure that you contact the e-learning department. The technology that's required for this class is a high-speed computer with internet access, a webcam, and a microphone. And you'll need that for Respondus, which you'll use when you take your tests and exams. Please do not attempt to complete this course with just a tablet or a smartphone. You will find that does not work very well for you. You are responsible for making sure that your browsers work with Moodle, and that you have a reliable internet access connection when you take tests. If you drop your connection during the test, I'm not going to reset the test for you. Exam proctoring is required, but it is free with Respondus. So we'll see that in the online requirements below. These are our student learning outcomes, and this is your performance evaluation. We'll have chapter quizzes. We'll have vocabulary quizzes, chapter tests, and then your final exam. The grading scale is the standard grading scale. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B. Percentage grades are rounded at the 0.5%. So if your final grade is an 89.5, that'll get rounded up to a 90. If it's an 89.4, it'll get rounded down to 89. You are responsible for reading all of the policies and procedures and abiding by them in this course. Note that academic integrity is extremely important. If you're caught cheating or violating academic integrity in any way, you may receive an F for the course. All courses online should be accessible to people with disabilities. If you have a disability and are having any problems, please contact me as well as the Office of Inclusion Excellence, and let us both know so that we can solve that for you. This is an online class, so there's no attendance. If there are virtual sessions held, you are encouraged to attend if possible, so you can ask questions live. If not, recordings of the virtual sessions will be available to you, and they are required viewing. Grades will be posted in Moodle no later than 7 days after an exam. You'll find that your grades are available to you immediately. Everything is automatically graded in this class this semester, so all of those grades will be available for you. I'm always available to help you with course material, career advice, questions about what you'll take in the fall, questions about the HR concentration or the management degree. But I don't have formal office hours on campus during the summer. So if you'd like to meet, please let me know, and I'd be happy to make an appointment to meet you on campus, or I can make virtual appointments for you using this online technology, you at your computer with your webcam and microphone, me at mine, and we can share screens and have conversations that are pretty much as good as face-to-face. So I'm happy to do either one for you. I am more available by virtual appointment. I spend a lot of time in front of a computer, and I'm not too shy to meet you in my pajamas. Let's see, vocabulary quizzes. So we're going to use a system of vocabulary quizzes in this course called L to J. In this system, you get all of your vocabulary words up front. And in the first half of the semester, you can be quizzed on any of those vocabulary words. And my expectation is the first quiz, you probably won't get very many right, but that's okay. In the first half of the semester, when you take those vocabulary quizzes, you get full credit for taking them. In the back half of the semester, the expectation is that you will have studied your words and know the words. So in the back half of the semester, in your vocabulary quizzes, you'll be given the grade that you actually earn. Vocabulary for this class is based on the vocabulary needed to pass the SHRM CP exam. For those of you that are HR concentrators, we want to get you not only to a degree, but we want to get you certified in your final semester of school. So these vocabulary quizzes are very important, and there is a vocabulary quiz section to the final exam. As always, I believe in equity and inclusivity. If you are experiencing any issues with that, please let me know. The fire drill policy is here because we have to. I hope you have a fire alarm at your house and that you know how it works. Grades in this course are earned. Please don't expect me to do anything about your grade unless there's been an error in calculation in Moodle or on my part. If you are concerned about your grade, please do not wait until the end of the semester to talk to me about it. If you lose connectivity and you end up getting a low grade on a test, that's going to be on you. I'm not going to reset tests because you lost your connectivity. This is an online course. The expectation is that you have adequate equipment and connectivity to complete the course. I do not accept late submissions. So if you try and do a quiz late, if Moodle accepts it, I still will not, and you'll receive a 0. All assignments in this course will be submitted through Moodle. You're expected to be proficient in Moodle. If you have any questions, please contact the Department of E-Learning. I highly recommend that you download and set up the Moodle app for your smartphone and turn on notifications for course announcements. I don't know how much I'll use it in this course, but in other courses, I have used it frequently, and you're responsible for knowing that information. Please note this is an online class, but it is not a self-paced class. You're required to complete assignments during their opening and closing time. I've set this course up, so we're covering about 3 chapters a week. Please do not try and race ahead. You will not be able to. 3 chapters a week is plenty to do in a class. In this class, there aren't any assignments that run through Turnitin. Grades will be posted in Moodle immediately. You do have to use proctoring using Respondus. So you need to pay careful attention to this section and make sure that you download and install and test Respondus. And there is a quiz that you'll have that's due early on this first week to make sure that your lockdown browser and webcam and Respondus is working properly. The syllabus is here to help you understand what's going to happen in the course. It's not perfect. There are probably typos in it. There are probably some mistakes here or there. If we find them, then I'll correct them and post the latest version to Moodle. You are required to have a computer with a high-speed internet connection. You must have a webcam and a microphone. You have to have that equipment in order to use Respondus. It's your responsibility to understand how your technology works and how to use it. I highly recommend you use a reliable wired connection for quizzes and exams. I do understand a lot of newer computers do not actually have a wired capability. My laptop's like that. But then you need to make sure that your wireless connectivity is stable. If you fail to do these things, you could end up dropping the connection partway through while you're taking a quiz or an exam, and then that will be the grade that you get. You will not be provided another attempt due to loss of connectivity. I don't think I have any tiny URLs in this course, but if I do, you're responsible for viewing all the materials posted with tiny URLs, and they all look the same, but I promise you they're different. For any virtual sessions or videos I post, they're not there just to be there. If they are posted, they're required viewing, just like this video is required viewing. I may also conduct virtual sessions to more fully explain assignments or answer questions. You're encouraged to attend these sessions if possible using your computer, but you are not required to. However, if a recording is posted, you'll be required to watch that. Please read through your student responsibilities. These are things that you must do to be successful. And then here's our tentative schedule. Because this is a very short semester, we're going to have to run through about 3 chapters a week. In the first week, we'll only have 2 chapters, but you'll have a syllabus quiz, a chapter 1 quiz, a chapter 2 quiz, a vocabulary quiz, and a test over chapters 1 and 2. And that'll be the rhythm for the rest of this short semester. And it'll be 3 chapters a week through week 5 and 6. And then in week 7, we'll have our final exam. So let's take a look at Moodle. So here's our course in Moodle, and I'm in the student view. The announcements, you're responsible for reading any announcements that I might post. Your syllabus is right here. I'll post the syllabus video right below that. This is your syllabus quiz. Please note it's due on Friday, not on Sunday. It's not timed, and you will have 3 attempts at the quiz. This is a practice quiz that requires Respondus browser and the webcam. This is to make sure that you understand how Respondus works and everything is working properly. This quiz is also due on Friday to make sure that you're all set up to do your actual work that's due on Sunday. The quiz is timed for 10 minutes. You have unlimited attempts, and I will go in and I'll give you 10 points for taking this quiz on time. Here's your vocabulary list. You want to download this and start studying your vocabulary terms immediately. There's a practice vocabulary quiz so that you can practice taking the vocabulary quiz as many times as you want to, but this practice quiz, you will get no credit for that. The chapters are all set up pretty much the same. I've put the PowerPoints up here from the textbook in case you're interested in reading or downloading those. I highly recommend that you download those and save them so that you'll have access to the information from the textbook after your textbook goes away. Here's your chapter 1 quiz. Chapter quizzes do not require the use of respondents. You have 15 minutes for the quiz. You'll have 2 attempts. It has 20 randomly selected questions from a test bank, and the second attempt will pull a different set of questions. So while you can take the quiz twice, it's not necessarily going to be the same questions on either quiz. I will give you the grade for the highest grade you get on the quiz. For Chapter 2, here's your Chapter 2 quiz, and then here's your first test. This test is on Chapters 1 and 2. It does require respondus. It is timed. The amount of time for your test depends on the number of questions on the test. You only get one attempt at the test. The test should have between 20 and 30 randomly selected questions from each chapter that are covered, and these questions are pulled from the same test bank as the quizzes. So the quizzes should kind of help prepare you for the tests a little bit. I would recommend doing the quizzes earlier on in the week and doing the chapter test on the weekend. Your Vocabulary 1 quiz is right here, and I've already explained to you about how the vocabulary quizzes work. You'll see Chapter 3 doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, Chapter 4, and then Chapter 5, here's your test for the second week. The third week, we'll do Chapters 6, 7, and 8. So here's the third vocabulary test, and here's the test for Chapters 6 through 8. Starting in week 4, you will be required to know your vocabulary words. So down here with Chapter 11, we'll be doing 9, 10, and 11 in week 4. You'll see here's the chapter test, and then here's the vocabulary quiz, and it reminds you that at this point forward, you'll be getting the grade that you earned. Down here in the final exam, you'll see that your final exam consists of 2 parts, an exam over Chapters 1 through 17, so all the chapters, and that part will have between 5 and 10 questions per chapter. You'll have 2 hours for that portion of the exam. Each of those questions will be worth 1 point, and you must complete the exam in 1 sitting. The second part of the exam, which you can take at a different time, is the vocabulary part, and it's going to consist of 25 randomly selected words from the vocabulary list. You'll have 35 minutes. Each term will be worth 2 points, and you must enter the vocabulary term exactly, including any periods or hyphens, in order for it to be counted correct. And that's true on all the vocabulary quizzes. You have to spell the term right. If it has a hyphen in it, you have to put the hyphen in it. You have to do the spacing right, because the system will only recognize the vocabulary word correct if it's actually typed in the exact way that you see it on the vocabulary list. Capitalization shouldn't count, but if I were you, I would plan on capitalizing it exactly the way it is in the vocabulary list. For your final exam, both parts of the exam will open on Monday, July 22nd at midnight, and will be due Wednesday, July 24th at 11:59. You are responsible for all the due dates. They should be in the syllabus, but the due dates in Moodle are the ones that rule. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at my email address. I will be traveling on Monday, June 10th, but I'll be back at my home office that evening sometime. I probably won't answer email until Tuesday, but the course will be open for you and available for you on Monday. I hope that you'll enjoy this class and we'll learn a lot. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.